The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. This is season 6, episode 12, First Amendment Rights and Wrongs. Say, Brown went in her costumes picking up Todd from the airport. She always got a costume on. And the inflatable ones, though. Do we like Bronwyn with the long hair in the confessional? I think I like it. So we do start off with Bronwyn, obviously, picking up Todd from the airport. And, they talking about all the girl stuff that he do not want to be bothered with. Because he keep telling her, I don't know why you keep going back and back and back, messing around with these girls. And you just coming back to me crying, basically. So she telling him how she done basically got involved with the whole Meredith, the plane ride from hell situation, and how she feels that, now Whitney's not going to trust her because she went back to tell Meredith what everybody, what she said. And, it's like, well, I don't know. Maybe all of us just have things or just scared that there's something more out there that somebody's not saying about us, like holding stuff in. So what if we have this Boston Tea Party in celebration of her, American citizenship, and we can just air out all the tea, whatever, spill all the beans, which I think we already had maybe 2 or 3 parties or dinners, with the same scenario. And how does it always end? Usually with Lisa getting up and running out, Meredith yelling, probably Whitney yelling too, and Heather's trying to, oh my God, girls, bring it back together, or Heather over there getting drunk off espresso martinis. But we'll see. Okay, so Whitney and Justin now, they're going through the motions now, mainly her with this Wild Rose business failure because it's not necessarily, a closed chapter in their book. They got a lot of things they have to do. She just saw a big lump sum of money transfer has left their bank account. So she's asking Justin, like, well, where the money at? Okay. And he's trying to tell her how, she's trying to pay off some people that they might owe and this and this and that, trying to, clear some things up on, his end to try to help along, with what's going on. And she's just trying to explain how pretty much just so sad and disappointed and upset she is about the whole thing because her first mind was to go retail, she was supposed to, I guess, talk to Sephora, get your product out in the actual storefront with these big retail name stores, right? Ulta, Sephora, Walgreens, CVS, stuff like that. Justin jumped in, okay, like, oh, well, I can help you with some stuff. And he, I'm guessing, is the one that suggested the MLM route. And, I don't know all the business world stuff, but apparently, we'll just say, right, he must have took the wrong investment. Okay, let's just say that. And that's what took them down. So it's a fight to get back pretty much her own company name and all that stuff back from said people that she done merged with and try to start back over. But at the same time, hating Justin for resenting him, putting blame on him and all this type of stuff. Right, is a bit emotional for her because it's like she doesn't really know what to do next at this point. Like, that was her everything, but obviously besides her kids and all that stuff. But, what do you do from here, So it's a struggle. Justin did apologize to her, which I'm sure he has plenty of times, but she will have to go through the emotions to figure out the next step. And hopefully he will be there to have her back. Heather and her kids, her baby is finally going off to college. And of course, that's what, that's one more last one out the door. Finally, yes, accomplished goals. I think she's going off to Tampa down in Florida. So, and the other one who was there with her, I think that might have been the middle child or the oldest. I can't remember which one this was. She do got three. But, she was saying how she was doing good in Miami and stuff like that. So, good for the kids, good for Heather. So this is a cute little idea Brown putting together. I guess Utah, I'm guessing it's the whole state, right? They must have made some law, or maybe just the city, where the LBGTQ flag cannot be displayed in any government buildings. So she's like, okay, well, I'm a, supporter of the group and all that stuff. So if they want to ban it from their buildings, then I could put it in all the other buildings, right? So she's going to mail them off to different places. And she got her mama there helping her out, a cute little activity to do together. And we just see some more of this, I don't want to call it dysfunctional relationship because, they obviously get along and work and, can talk and whatever. But this approval seeking that Bronwyn has, like, is so, I don't know why, why it's so strong over her. Obviously, her mom is a little piece of work when it came to how she treated Bronwyn for certain things. Obviously, the early pregnancy thing was pretty much the most major situation in her life that she just obviously is something that she can't necessarily get over. And yeah, so this wanting to let her mom know how she feels and all this stuff, her mom is hearing her. Her mom knows she needs to do a little bit better. But yeah, it's something that I think Brown needs to. Does she go to therapy? Because yeah, you need to definitely go to therapy and work it out. Maybe both of y'all work it out together. I don't know, but it's for her mom to have such a hold on her like this. It's just a little bit scary to me. Like, girl, I'm like, girl, it ain't that serious. But to her, it's like life or death, and it's like, ooh, get some help, Brown, for that, because I don't know. It ain't healthy. All right, so the Boston Spill the Tea Party. Bronwyn had everybody dressed up like Hamilton, I think was on the invitation. So they all meet up at this little warehouse somewhere. And they all did dress up except for Lisa. She hates a costume moment. Mary, she actually did dress up in something that was costumish. And she even had her own wig. Okay, participation points for her. And Bronwyn goes on to tell them that basically, right, we're going to spill the tea on each other, basically, okay? So y'all get y'all little pens and pad papers, and we're gonna write it down, and we're gonna go around in a circle, and we is going to express ourselves, and hopefully nobody gets mad. Okay, so the activity is write the name of the person that you was spilling some tea on this block of whatever she got. I guess supposed to represent, the blocks of tea that they threw over the boats when they did the Boston Tea Party. And yeah, write the name of the person that you done spilled some tea about. So first one up was Angie. She said, okay, I spilled the tea about Lisa buying a horse because I didn't believe if she bought a horse or not. I'm like, oh my God, is this going to be stupid? Because a horse, who cares if Lisa bought a horse or not? I guess it's the point to prove if she lying or not. Because, normally, Lisa is very braggadocious, right? So I ain't seen no Instagram posts. I ain't seen no pictures. I ain't seen no videos. Nothing about her riding off into the sunset. Yippee-yi-yo, coyote, right? No. So they do get into a little quick back and forth about it. But other than that, they move on to the next thing. But obviously, Lisa lying on it. The hell? hell nah, man. Look, now I'm irritated. Cause who about a horse? And she told them I'm buying two. So Brittany goes next, and of course, I don't have any tea, to spill on anybody. I never did that. But I do have a question, which is who here is the one that spilled the tea about me making out with Joe Wow or J Wow or Jer Wow, whatever. I'm gonna call him J Wow or Jer Wow. One of the little crewmen that was on the yacht that they was on. And obviously everybody's like, well, it wasn't me, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. Finally, Whitney says, oh, well, I told Justin, which I thought that's what Jared said, that he was talking to Justin, and Justin told him, which automatically would have told you that it was Whitney, girl. Was he even listening to the man? Probably not, I guess not. But either way, Whitney said, I mean, yeah, I did tell Justin. So that's where it came from, okay? Obviously, girl, move on to the next thing. Now Heather goes next and she write Bronwyn. So what was it that she said about Bronwyn? Oh, she just spilled, or should I say, continued on from what Lisa said about Todd kissing other women or, while farting. Is that what Lisa said to Angie and Angie repeated it while it was all at the table on the boat or whatever? So yeah, that was the tea, I guess. She must have spilled or spread or added on to. Either way, Brahma looking at her like, okay, I don't play about Todd, obviously. I don't find it funny. So take that box and you can toss it over there and yeah. Thank you. She's like, no, I don't find that funny at all. Hey, which is, I mean, I wouldn't find it funny either, because don't be talking about my husband, especially talking about if he's got flagellants and things like that. Like, that's just disrespectful, okay? But Bronwyn does go next. Okay, so right, Bronwyn gonna put Whitney on there. Obviously so, right? Because she feel bad that, Whitney tried to tell her something in confidence. And she went back and told the person that she was talking about, right? So she's trying to say, like, obviously I didn't mean to, break that trust between us. But listen, you could have took it up with Meredith yourself, because if you was so upset that I said it, then that means you probably shouldn't have even been saying it in the first place, right? Okay. So this got Meredith over there, obviously agreeing with Brahman, like, yep, girl. And Whitney is looking at her like, okay, so we got to basically, I'm not going to go and talk to Meredith 2 days after, or should I say, well, she didn't say Meredith, call her name. She said, I'm not going to talk to a belligerent woman 2 days after, the incident to tell her about herself. And Meredith is like, what? If you want to go there, then let's go there. She said, all right, then. Cheat, cheat, shots fired. Boom, boom. You know what? This lady done straight up call her an alcoholic. Woo! Yes. Okay. Listen. This plane ride from hell thing that Meredith got these girls hollering about, because literally Whitney just wants her to admit that you was on the plane yelling for 6 hours. Meredith is like, no, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. And I'm not going to say I was. So here we go. So basically, after Whitney called her alcoholic and a pill popper, I'm talking about Meredith here, she says, okay, you want to go there? You want to go there? She go back to pick up a bag and say, okay, look, I got gifts for everybody, all right? Hand it off to everybody. Everybody like, what's this cute? We got gifts. We love a gift. Wait, what's this? Drug test. I mean, the drug test I guess it kind of fell a little bit flat because everybody was just looking at him like, well, what the hell are we supposed to do with this, you know? And Whitney, well, Meredith's trying to say, well, obviously, accusing me of these things and this and that. Well, then here, okay, well, we can all take one and prove what's going on. I drink a little bit and, I might pop me a little gum. Everybody do what they do. But drugs is not one of them, okay? Illegal drugs, that is. Because, weed, is it legal in Utah? I don't know. It's legal here. But either way, Whitney, I don't know. She tried to bring the conversation to, I guess, more, because I don't want to say she twisted it or nothing, but just basically trying to tell Meredith that, like, I know what it looks like when people are under the influences of whatever it is that they're on. Okay. It's a very serious matter in my house. And I love you. And I'm just, if I want to help you if I can, that whole spiel. And of course, Meredith is pretty much offended because, girl, I don't need no help with nothing. Why are you trying to accuse me of some stuff? But she see where she was trying to go there, trying to bring it down to that serious, like family stuff. And she tried to stop her, like, okay, because we ain't about to go down this road with you and try to, twist it and spin it. And then you get to crying and all this stuff. And then I'm be left being the villain here. Trying to say I didn't do nothing. I didn't even do nothing to you, Whitney. And here goes rewinding the tape because, well, you was yelling at Brittany on the plane, but you actually yelled at Whitney as well. Oh yeah, Meredith trying to remember what happened on the plane and what didn't happen. Because remember, she's saying that she didn't do nothing, and everybody else is saying yes, you did. And this is where everything's getting making everybody upset at this point, because it's like you're gaslighting them when they all know what happened and you just keep deny. Which, if that's what she want to do, honestly, we just might have to let Meredith have it, because she's not going to give them what she wants at this point, right? So Heather jumps in because, right, we're all witnesses here, and I know what you did, and I know what you said, and all this, you know what I'm saying? And of course, Meredith is still not budging, trying to say, no, y'all not gonna gang up on me. Y'all not gonna try to pin this on me like this. I didn't do it. Well, we know she did something. I just wish they had the tape. Like, who didn't have the tape? I feel like we're going to get something maybe at the reunion. Somebody got something. Oh yeah, that's what it was that she was arguing with Heather about, over basically saying, if you gonna be friends with Whitney or something, and you can't be friends with her, something like that. And she was trying to say she didn't say it, and she did say it, and some text messages type stuff. Listen, Heather is fed up at this point because, yeah, you keep denying these things that we know to be true. So, I basically gaslighting me. And don't nobody like that stuff, because it do make you real angry, especially when you really know. Like, I do know. And you telling me that the sky ain't blue when I know it's blue, All right, hear ye. We're going to make some amendments for this new friend group. So, try to move on like, we always do when we never do, right? So Bronwyn says, kids and, family, husbands, they off limits, right? What Heather say? Heather say, be a woman of your word. To be the friend that you expect others to be. Lisa, be the friend you expect others to be. Mary said, y'all need to hear each other and also forgive each other. There are topics that are off limits. It's business, marriages, and children. Of course, Whitney, keep the business, kids, and marriages out your mouth. Let me see. Angie says something about, if you gonna say something, get the facts. Brittany want to see the best in people. And Meredith, she said, stop the reactive abuse. And everybody was like, what? Because I had to laugh because, bitch, what? I don't know. It made me laugh. Maybe, I don't know. But the lady's crazy, I tell you. And that's pretty much where we end the episode. On a little good light note. And we'll get to the next episode because somebody gonna argue, I'm sure. Oh, they get to take the trip. We're going on the trip. We're going to Greece, y'all. We're going to Greece. And that should be fun. All right. See y'all in the next one. Peace.